Hi everyone, Sunrader Sims here with a tutorial about how to get all the information about your hood into a spreadsheet or notebook without typing it. A lot of Simmers like to have all this information, especially those who play with rotation. Now, I don't play with rotation, but I do like to do some things with the data from my hood. So the great way to do this, super easy, is to use SimPE. If you don't have the latest version of SimPE, we've got a new one just last year. I'm putting the link up on the screen so you can get it from Mod the Sims. Now the first thing you're going to do is go to Tools, Neighborhood, Export Neighborhood. So next you're just going to navigate to where you want to save the data. The box for navigation is a little crummy, but it'll get the job done. You'll choose the neighborhood that you're saving, and then it'll take a few minutes to load. It looks like it's loading a neighborhood as usual, but when it's finished, nothing will be there. There is a way to do this without loading SimPE at all from a command line, but I'm not going to get into that. I use SimPE all the time, so having it open is no problem for me. If you want to look that up, Mod the Sims has a thread on it. Now we are going to go to the place that we saved it to check it out. You'll see that there's a folder called Rufio. It's always called that. So the first thing I do is rename it to something that means something to me. This particular Pleasant View is actually Meet Me to the Rivers Pleasant View template, so I'm naming it MMR1. Then you're going to be interested in the exported Sims file. I'm going to open that in Excel in the same way that I would open any text document in Excel. Notice you get a wizard immediately opening up, and you want to open this file as delimited. So right now it's got tabs. There are no tabs. Change it to commas. As soon as you change it to commas, you can see the rows. There it is, like any Excel file. And here is all the data from your hood. It's amazing. I love this. You can sort to your little heart's content. You can find out things you never knew, like how many Aquarius Sims you have, how many have a hobby of sports or whatever, right? It's amazing. I love this. Okay, so you can sort right here. I'm sorting for jobs, for instance. We have a lot of unemployed in this hood because this hood has actually never been played. This is a brand new template that's just been installed. I can sort for zodiac sign just to see what it looks like. This hood doesn't have any townies, but if you did, you would see that all the townies that have like Aquarius also have a certain aspiration. Then we can sort here. This is one that's cool. We can sort for interest. So we're going to find out who is the most interested in animals. This is something Pleasant Sims tried to do once without the spreadsheet, and it would have been fun to have this. So here we have all the ones who have the highest score in animals. We can slide over to where they are named and see who in the hood has the highest interest in animals. It turns out these people. So Angela, Dustin, Charla, looks like Don even has a real high interest. So if you want Don to be your vet, there you go. Now I'm going to show you something that I do that's kind of funny with it. Gives you a little peek into the way I play. But it's something you could do, mostly just to show you what's possible. So I'm first going to hide everything I don't want to look at. So I am only going to show you a few of the columns that I used for this little trick. So I'm hiding everything else here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show just the gender, species, and life stage. And what I'm looking for is all the human adult males. So I had this idea that I wanted to assign a baby daddy, basically, to a pregnant Sim randomly so that the Sims and I would be surprised about who it is. And I thought for a long time about how to surprise myself with this, and this is what I came up with. So when you have the columns done, you can sort by all three of these characteristics. So I'm going to sort for species, gender, and life stage so that in these three columns, I line up all the human adult males. And this is how you do it. You take a custom sort, you add the characteristics that you want, push the button, it's all done for you. Love, love, love this. Okay, so now I'm going to mark all of the human adult males. I don't want to make a dog a baby daddy, not today. So here they are. So notice I hid the names, right? So all I have is the ID numbers and the fact that they fit my criteria. So I'm going to pick one randomly, totally randomly. I have no idea who this guy is, okay? But it's an adult human male, so good enough, okay? There he is. His number's 335. So now I'm going to pop back over to SimPE and do something pretty cool with this. So I'm going to load my neighborhood. Now I am loading the neighborhood in the normal way, neighborhood browser. It's a pleasant view, as we said. I'm going to open it. Now, before I do this really crazy thing, let me make a backup. Tools, neighborhood, neighborhood browser. Pick it again and create a backup because, you know, mama didn't raise no fools. All right, so we're going to mess around. We're going to find Samantha. Going to Sim description, sort by names, find Samantha Ottomas. I'm assuming you know how to use SimPE in the basics, right? This isn't a basic tutorial about SimPE. We're going to open her memories because that's where the pregnancy token lives. That you might not know. Not everybody does. So we're going to go to the memories. We scroll down near the end because she's pregnant now, so it's a recent memory. There you're going to find the pregnancy controller. It's invisible, but no problem. We can see it in SimPE like we can see everything. And if you click on the raw data, you'll be able to see who the father of this pregnancy is. Now, this is the pregnancy that came in with the game. You may have heard that Samantha's pregnancy is borked. Yes, I've heard that with the standard Pleasant View, but remember, this is a template that's been fixed by Meet Me to the River. So her pregnancy here is fine. We just want to mess with it for fun. So notice there is an ID out there already. It's 147. Just going to show you what that means real quick so that before we change it, so you can tell what it's supposed to be. And we'll scroll down, find 147. And it won't be any big surprise that Peter Ottomas is the father. So this is a good check just to make sure we're changing the right thing. So we're going to go back to Samantha. Let's remind ourselves real quick of what we were going to put in 335. Okay, so this 147 is in hex, but the numbers in our spreadsheet are in decimal. So we're going to make a conversion, changing 335 to 14F. So here we are at Samantha. We're going to change that 147 to 14F. And then almost anytime you do anything in SimPE, you have to commit before you save. So we commit those changes and it's pretty much done. We're going to save it. Now, what I'm hoping is that when the babies are born, the father will come to visit, and that will be the first we see who it is. I have had that happen before when, it wasn't a surprise. It was just a different person, and they seem to know that there's a baby there that has a relationship to them, and they come for a visit. So we're really hoping he'll show up. But there it is. There's all kinds of things you can do exporting your Sims with SimPE. I used it to create hobby clubs, for instance. If you do anything fun with it, leave a comment. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for stopping by Sunrader Sims.